Today, we're taking a look at the brand new IReel by Kastking. This is the IReel 1 AMB, a state-of-the-art reel that has created a lot of back and forth amongst anglers. But today, we're going to be putting it to the test to see if this staggering $300 reel is worth the price. Now, popping this box open for the first time, you'll notice it comes with some of the basics that Kastking has: a reel manual, a maintenance manual, and your handy-dandy charging cable that you'll need for this IReel. Now for starters, this reel's packed full of some amazing features like a chrome finish, aluminum housing, carbon fiber handles, an 11+1 bearing system, the Kastking AMB braking system, an aluminum main drive gear, 15.4 pounds of drag, and the new Axis eyeline guide and Kastking's brand new knobs. Definitely a lot to pack into a reel, but how does it handle on the water? Now, once you pull this thing out of the box, one of the first things you're going to need to do is download that Kastking app. Once you have that app downloaded, we're just going to go ahead and go over a few features. First, we're going to pick our rod size. Next, we're going to pick our line weight. And third, we're going to go ahead and spool this baby up. One of the really cool things about this reel is that it actually calculates how much line you're putting on the spool of your reel, which is what helps it actually calculate the distance that you're casting these lures at and the speed that you're retrieving it in as well. But now that we got this baby all spooled up and ready to go, let's get out there on the water and see how this thing handles. And if you're interested in picking up this reel after watching today's video, I'll make sure to leave a link below in my description so it's just one click away. I will say I do not make any commission or any sort of money on these Kastking products if you purchase them, but you can save some money by using my discount code below. So let's get started. All right, guys, we're just getting to our first spot. We got our IReel all set up on our Asagi rod. It's a medium heavy setup. We're gonna start with a chatterbait, jackhammer chatterbait. And realistically today I want to give you guys a good idea of what you can toss on this thing. So we're gonna go with a 3 lure challenge, see how they kind of feel, how they adjust, and if we can catch anything. We're also just gonna go over the specifics on this reel. So go over the app, show you guys how it works, how it adjusts, how it kind of dials in accordingly, and hopefully just get a nice fish and show you guys the overall feeling for it. So let's get right to it. Once again, first thing we're tossing out there, jackhammer chatterbait. Real simple, white color. Ooh, that thing easy to cast across the entire pond. Trying to get a good feel for this thing before I kind of give you any sort of ideas or advice on it first. I'll tell you what, it's casting fairly easy. Think we're on. Yep. Oh yeah. Feel that little pop at first. There we go. First fish on the new IReel. It's a little tiny guy. Whew. But got him on the chatterbait. Look how white the pigmentation on these fish are right here. That tells you that the water's pretty cold and we're gonna have to work them a little low in the water column though. First fish though, solid little largie. Whew. Working them right up against that little edge right there. Let's get it back out there so we can find a few more. All right, first fish, man. I felt it in the handle. I actually felt it right here when he picked up that line, and that's a good sign, man. If you can feel the bites in your handle when you're cranking in a chatterbait or something like that, it means you can easily use this thing as a flipping reel or exactly how we're using it on a chatterbait run. Oh, got thumped again. Oh, that's a toad. Oh no, it just got stuck in a log. Let's go, boys. Back-to-back casts. We got back-to-back bass just like that. This one a lot darker coloration. Once again, that IReel, man, you can just feel them thumping. That is amazing. I've never been able to actually feel the bite in a reel like that, and you can really feel the bite in the handles of this thing. I'm sure it has a lot to do with the aluminum components and the carbon fiber components, how they just match really well, especially with this 15-pound line. But hey, pretty impressive, guys. 2 casts, 2 fish. Let's freaking go. Peppers like that one, huh, mamas? I don't know what's up with that, but see if we can get another one, Dad. Was that fun, mamas? If you guys are interested in seeing how this thing compares to another reel, I'm gonna be doing a comparison against the Shimano DC as my next video. I just had to get out here and actually just test this thing and get a realistic feel for it before I can compare it to anything, because if I come out here brand new, try to compare it against a DC that I've been fishing for years, it's just not a realistic comparison as far as how it goes for me. Dude, look at that. I have not even, look, the brake is just like eased and cast basically across the entire pond. I would say that's at least like 25, 30 yards easily, maybe even more. So one thing I will talk about, guys, that is a big game changer is this little eye right here. As you see, it's in a vertical or like a parallel with the line state right now, and you click the little reel trap and it opens up. As you can see now, having the full little, I guess like an octagon, oval octagon, she's an oval shape right there. And then when you reel and you crank it, it closes back to being parallel, so that way it keeps tension on your line, keeps it straight, and it does it on both sides. It kind of holds the line right there and right there, and kind of makes sure that you're getting a nice smooth retrieve every time, so it keeps that nice tension on the line and kind of almost compensates for any sort of lack of thumbing that you might get from casting or from that retrieving, or when you're trying to pop it out of a tree like I did a few minutes ago. All right, guys, we just got out here to our next spot, as you can see, and it looks pretty good for a spot to test out these lures. So that's what we're gonna do first. That way you guys get a good idea of what this thing can do, and then we're gonna keep fishing it, because we only got 2 fish on the list for today, and I feel like we could honestly probably get a few more, especially with this nice overcast weather. All right, guys, to start off this little cast challenge, we're gonna start with the jerkbait. This is probably going to be one of the harder lures to dial in when you're starting out, just because it is a little bit less aerodynamic. It's plastic, it can pick up in the wind. We're connecting our cast data. I'm going to turn the volume on so that we can hear it. I can put the phone down and I'll kind of point down and show you guys what we got going on. So here we go, first cast, fully reeled in, up against some wind too. We're going to put a thumb on that. It said it cast about 24.64 yards, which realistically is not too far. I feel like we can get a lot further, zing it out there. Give ourselves a little bit of backlash that time, but we're good to go. It adjusted, so we're at 32.86 right there. We definitely got a lot further that time. Oh, that's the one. That's the one. Wow, that was more, but look at that. That one is the furthest so far. 35. It was 34.69, and Pepper's over here in the background leaving you guys a little dance so that way y'all know. And the speed we're hitting is 56 miles per hour. We're basically hitting a Mach speed, guys, on this thing. Next, we got on a chatterbait. We got our phone out, 1/2 ounce jackhammer chatterbait. This should be able to sling it like no one's business. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust that break down a little bit, just so that way we don't hurt ourselves. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That was a no thumb cast, basically. 39 yards. Have to whip it out there a little bit more. Woo, that was a good cast. Woo-wee, that one bombed it. Up at an angle. Oh my goodness, we sended it that time, boys. Oh, I got it even tangled up on a tree. Distance was 44.79 yards that time, guys. We are just a few shy